This is dumb. Like, this is a story for kids. So I think that's what's happening here, is that like there's going to be the story for adults, and check out this fun story about the giants. This isn't for fully grown adults. Like this is the kid part, guys. Hey folks, welcome to Joel Reads Bible. I'm Joel and I read Bible so that you don't have to, and we are a certain percentage through Numbers. I think 1/3. No. It's different than that. It's a different percentage. I'm not good at math. And so far we've had some really great stories, 2 fine chapters, I should say. Let's put things in perspective. We have had a bunch of garbage and 2 fine chapters, and now I don't know what's going to happen, but I see a lot of lists. So it might be problematic. By problematic, I don't mean like how the other 2 chapters were problematic in like what it was actually saying sort of way, but in the sort of like, I hate this. I hate reading these names. That sort of problematic. Let's get right into it. Let's not belabor the introduction too much. Let's start reading my favorite and your favorite book of the Bible, Numbers chapter 13. Yahweh spoke to Moses saying, we're back to that. Send men that they may spy out the land of Canaan, which I give the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers, you shall send a man, every one a prince among them. Moses sent them from the wilderness of Paran, according to the commandment of Yahweh. All of them were men who were heads of the children of Israel. Before we get all those names out, which are going to be, it's time to already get into spying. Now, I know that these people are going to wander in the wilderness for 40 years. They've been there for 2 years, so they have 38 more years, but they're already in Canaan? How does that work? Like, they've already found Canaan? Or why are they wandering? Is it because they're lost? I guess not all who wander are lost. Yahweh. But yeah, for some reason, they've already found Canaan, but they're still planning on wandering, and they need to spy the things out because, of course, God is not able to tell them. He's not all-knowing. I have a feeling that there's going to be parts in the Bible where he says, they do these horrible things. I think he's already said it in Leviticus, like, these other people, they do all these other horrible bad things, and I'm going to send you to kill them all. But he doesn't really know what's going on in Canaan right now, so he has to actually send a bunch of princes who adore you, to go into Canaan and see what's going on. If he was really all-knowing, like, he's already communicating, he would just tell them, right? Like, no, he needed to do it because he like had to give them the opportunity to like actually do the thing. Like, God's not just gonna like make everything easy for us, because he actually wants us to actually have like look around for ourselves. So that what the theology of shut up. These were their names. Of the tribe of Reuben, Shamamua, the son of Zakur. Sounds like a killer whale. Of the tribe of Simeon, Shaphat, the son of Hori. That sounds like Snapchat, which, by the way, has a lot of people being nude. And look, I'm not somebody that uses the term whore a lot, but I think in the context of this joke, there's a lot of whores on Snapchat. I feel like there's a joke that can be made there that would work, and it's a play on words thing. Of the tribe of Judah, Caleb, the son of Jephunneh. Of the tribe of Issachar, Igal, the son of Joseph. Of the tribe of Ephraim, Hosea, the son of Nun. What, he didn't have a mom or didn't have a dad? But he had none parent. Of the tribe of Benjamin, Palti, the son of Raphu. Of the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel, the son of Sodi. Of the tribe of Joseph, of the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi, the son of Susi. Susie? Just Susie. Just someone named Susie. Oh, that's just someone named Susie. Okay. Finally. Great. Thank you. Finally, a normal name. Of the tribe of Dan, Amiel, the son of Gamali. Of the tribe of Asher, Sethur, the son of Michael. That's a nice one. Just Michael, just a guy named Michael. Hey, Mike. Hey, Susie. Of the tribe of Naphtali, Nabi, the son of Wolfsi. Wolfsi, come over here. Wolfsi, you've got to meet Susie. She's really lovely. Susie, meet Wolfsi. Of the tribe of Gad, Gil, the son of Machi. These are the names of the men whom Moses sent to spy out the land. Moses called Hosea, the son of Nun, Joshua. Hoshea, I was saying Hosea, but it's Hoshea, was called Joshua. I think maybe it's because they already had Joshua and they wanted to get Joshua to do the spying, and they had used Joshua for the fighting the Amalekite thing. And so they were like, well, we really want Joshua to be one of the guys that goes down to Canaan. And they're like, yeah, but he kind of has to be one of the princes. And for some reason, they don't just say, and Joshua was one of the princes. They're like, no, his name was Hoshea. And that's also Joshua. Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan and said to them, go up this way by the south and go up into the hill country. See the land, what it is, and the people who dwell there, whether they are strong or weak, whether they are few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it is good or bad, and what cities they are that they dwell in, whether in camps or in strongholds, and what the land is, whether it is fertile or poor, whether there is wood therein or not. Be courageous and bring some of the fruits of the land. If you could understand that, he's basically saying, hey, go have a look, see what's going on there, and bring back some souvenirs. Don't forget to bring back souvenirs for good old Mosey. I'd like to get some of the fruits from the land. Bring back some of the fruits for good old Mosey. Now, the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. Now, the time was the time, how can we describe it? The time of the first ripe grapes. So it's like, we don't know what time of the year that would be. We haven't named year times yet. We can't really mention more than that. It's one of the months. I guess it would be one of the months. We do have months. We haven't been talking about, but it's one of the months, and it's the time when grapes grow. Whoever wrote this is I'm a Levitical priest guy. I just let people kill animals and then I cook them and then I eat them. So I don't know. I don't really know from grape times. I honestly, but this is the time of the first ripe grapes. What are you talking about, guy who's writing this? Well, you know when grapes are first ripe, when in the time of the year when they first become ripe, they weren't ripe and they first ripe, and then there's other ripes. Yeah, I guess I kind of know what you're saying. I don't think you know what you're saying. I know what I'm saying. Okay, what time of the year is that? No, I know it's the first ripe time. It's the time of the first ripe grapes. And that was when they went there. So I know what time of the year that is because I grow grapes, but do you not know? Yeah, I know, but the people reading this aren't going to know. So that's why I'm calling it first ripe grape time. Why are you bothering me? You know that when you question me, that's when Yahweh comes to kill you. I'm Moses. So they went up and spied out the land from the wilderness of Zin to Rehob, to the entrance of Hamath. They went up by the south and came to Hebron, and Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, the children of Anak, were there. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zon in Egypt. Good to know. They came to the valley of Eshcol and cut down from there a branch with one cluster of grapes. First ripe grapes. and they bore it on a staff between two. They also brought some of the pomegranates and figs. That place was called the Valley of Eshcol because of the cluster which the children of Israel cut down from there. We got to read further and see if there's anything that describes how big one cluster of grapes was. I think that it is describing a giant cluster of grapes. And this actually brings me back to like an image I remember seeing in like Sunday school or something like that of them carrying this cluster of giant grapes. That's how big the grapes were. And I think that is what this is trying to describe. I don't know if they'll go into more detail. This is like otherworldly at this point. This is Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, right? Like this is pure imagination. They have giant grape clusters. And I don't know if like we could do this again. Could we GMO grapes to grow like giant clusters? Obviously they can grow that big because that is what the Bible says. They returned from spying out the land at the end of 40 days. They went and came to Moses, to Aaron, and to all the congregation of the children of Israel to the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word to them and to all the congregation. They showed them the fruit of the land. They told them and said, "We came to the land where you sent us. Surely it flows with milk and honey, and this is its fruit. However, the people who dwell in the land are strong, and the cities are fortified and very, very large. Moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. Amalek dwells in the land of the south. The Hittite, the Jebusite, and the Amorite dwell in the hill country. The Canaanite dwells by the sea and along the side of the Jordan." Certainly feels a little fear-mongering. The first question, who are the children of Anak? Who are they? Who are these children? I'm not a Bible scholar, but I think this might be like a hint at like Nephilim or something like that. And then they do this list of like all the baddies. And we already know that these are the baddies because we've heard about them the whole time. Like they're constantly listing these guys. It's kind of like tactical at this point. They're like, Amalek dwells in the land of the south. So if we want to get him, the Hittites and they dwell in the hill country. Okay. The Canaanites, they're by the sea along the side of the Jordan. Okay. So what's the best way that we can kill all these people and totally destroy them? What's the best way that we can like completely annihilate everyone? What's the best move there? So that's obviously what they're doing. We don't know yet what these people are up to, what they do. They have very strong cities. They're powerful people. They seem to be fantastic nations, and they grow massive, beautiful grapes, big, juicy fruit. That seems nice. Like it seems like these are probably like they're just lovely people, lovely, peaceful people. Grow a lot of big grapes and. Lovely folks. We really do appreciate them. But let's see, because they might actually end up being completely evil or whatever. Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, "Let's go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it." Because they have 600,000 men. I mean, I don't know if they're all fighting men. I think they are, because that's the only reason why they would count them. So they're like, let's just go destroy everyone. We would be able to. We'd be able to get them. Oh, but check this out. But the men who went up with him said, "We aren't able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we." They brought up an evil report of the land which they had spied out to the children of Israel, saying, "The land through which we have gone to spy it out is a land that eats up its inhabitants. And all the people who we saw in it are men of great stature. There we saw the Nephilim, the sons of Anak." That's where I heard that. "Who came from the Nephilim. We were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight." All right, so that's crazy. This is dumb. Like this is a story for kids. So I think that's what's happening here is that like there's going to be the story for adults or maybe not the story, but like all the laws and stuff like that. But hey, kids, we want to teach you about the laws too. Don't curse your parents or we'll stone you. Don't commit adultery when you get older or we'll kill you. Don't be sorcerers or we'll kill you. There's a lot of reasons why we'll kill you. And check out this fun story about giants. Big giant grapes. Isn't this fun? This is, and then there was these big, scary Nephilim giants. This isn't for fully grown adults. Like this is the kid part, guys. But let's pretend that it is for adults because some adults still think it is for adults. But obviously it's not. They say children of Israel right here. I love that they brought up an evil report. They're like, this is an evil report. Maybe it's the report of the evil. We have the report of the good, big grapes. And then we've got the report of the evil. Giants that are eating the big grapes. That's why they need the big grapes. 1 second, I got to pray for a second. Lord, why are the Nephilim still on the planet when you did the flood to get rid of them? Dear Lord, why on earth when you only had 8 human beings that were Moses and his wife's kids and their wives, why are there still magical giant Nephilim that were in that time? Why are they, Lord, why are they still on the planet? What sense does that make? What is this a biblical contradiction? Did the flood not work? Are you so inept that you could kill a whole entire planet and still not stop the problem of the Nephilim? Lord, what on earth what's going on with you? How are you so not omnipotent, but more like omni-impotent? Like you're just not good. You're not good at, Lord, are you good at anything at this time? Because why don't you flood the earth again or something, or just flood that section and kill all of them and then they can move in or something? Lord, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, the other thing we should mention is they're cannibals. What? Now, the reason why the Hebrews are going to become cannibals at some point, probably not, but is because God made these laws and said, if you don't follow the laws, I'm going to make you guys cannibals. So is God saying that he's the one that drives people to cannibalism? Is the fact that these people aren't following his law, of which he has not told them, is that what is driving them to cannibalism? Is it God that's just like let them to their own devices and that just like naturally becomes cannibalism? Or do they have these giant grapes, beautiful cities and strongholds, but they just like eating their kids? Like they just want to eat each other, because they have enough food. I think in Leviticus 26, these people are going to eat their babies because they aren't going to have enough food. I think that's the implication. But here it seems like these people are just like enjoying eating each other. If the Hebrews just like hang out, like just hold off for, I don't know, 38 years or something like that, they might just eat each other and then like problem solved. Like it kind of solves itself. Like I don't know if there's a great reason for Yah to get involved at this point. Who am I? I have my ways are lower, so I don't really know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, look, it's a fun story. Thanks for joining me for Numbers chapter 13. It started out worrisome because of all those names, but it got super, super fun. We're having a ball. So we will continue next time. Come on back and we'll read chapter 14 where probably some more wild and crazy stuff's going to happen. So we will see you there. By the way, subscribe, like the video, and comment. We'll see you next time. Bye.